Hey everybody! We're back. We made some big inroads in the last episode. We have access to, oh, it's the end of the tutorial. Cool. We have access now to the farm building. Hello, Tomo. Oh, little squeaky meow, Tomo. Sometimes Tomo gets a squeaky meow. But he loves us all the same, whether it's a big roar or a little squeak. Right, Tomo? He might have one more in him. Just give him a sec. Tomo! Ah, Tomo, what a good boy. Okay. The farm is an incredible tool. But it's not going to work right without a pasture. But we can start building it. Automatically harvest and replants crops. However, it needs fertilizer to speed regrowth. So you know what? I'm actually going to wait until we get the pasture done. Because basically, if you put the farm down, it's going to harvest all this wheat over time. And then you'll just have a wagon deliver the wheat, maybe even to the grain mill, to be honest. But if you get a farm plus a pasture with some workers supplying flour and also water, you can get fertilizer produced. The fertilizer will make the grain grow faster, and it'll just make it a more efficient situation overall. After this, we can probably stop producing paper for a little while, just so we can focus on building up some raw natural resources again. So we have almost enough coins. We need to sell maybe a few more bricks. Literally, yeah, there we go. One more brick. That's enough. All right. So before we build the farm and the pasture, we need to get the raw materials required to build both of these things. So just give it a second. I mean, literally in 25 seconds, it'll be done researching here. And then it's going to start to bang. A 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Boom. Okay. Now that we have a pasture, don't research anything for the time being. I appreciate you're making paper. We're going to need it at some point. For now, please go back to making planks. We're going to need them to build up our farm. And then remember, your job, wagon, is to deliver planks. You're very slow at it, but you're doing your part. And then secondarily, we do need to create more bricks. So the way that I'm going to do this is if you were previously delivering stone, now you're not waiting around. Now you're creating that stone yourself. And I'm hopeful that we're still going to... Yeah, that's roughly... I think that's efficient enough. Okay, so let's start with our farm. It requires 10 stone bricks, so it will take another minute or so. Again, here's the thing. I think, like, as you play more and more, the intention is that you're going to build more and more houses. And then with more and more houses, you have more and more workers. You start generating this stuff faster and faster. I don't disagree. That's a fantastic idea. What I don't want to do is OD on houses early. I would rather, keep them upgraded. They're doing great on happiness. We actually have a little bit of a production bonus as a result. I'd rather expand slowly. It's hard to get out of that habit, though, because in most city builders, if you expand too quickly, you're not city builders, but survival town builders like Frostpunk, Banished, etc., etc. If you expand too quickly, everybody dies, and that's no good. In this one, I don't know if the consequences are as dire, so I should probably just get over it. Okay, so we'll start with a farm. The farm should really be, like, right there. It'll even get some tomatoes, which is awesome. Won't get all the tomatoes, but I think this is a good smattering. Then, we might as well path. We'll probably start building some roads soon, too. But, yeah, raw wood is not ever in short supply. Okay, so what's the next step? The next step is we need 30 raw stone. What's your job? Supplying lumber to lumber mill from base? Well, bad news, buddy. Not a whole heck of a lot of that. You're just popping it in there? What are you doing, dude? Okay, this is troubleshooting earlier missteps. You're gonna start harvesting some more raw stone. And I actually want to curtail the amount of stone that's getting pulled out of the base, because it gets pulled out of the base pretty quickly. There we go. So this should give us 30 raw stone within like a matter of seconds. Having done that, we will be able to build our pasture. And the pasture requires water, I think. So I don't think there's a reason not to build it here. Because all we're doing is we have to deliver 10 fertilizer. It's actually way more effective to have it nearby, I think. And we'll just, we'll allot one extra worker that delivers water to the pasture. Or maybe, sorry, it delivers water to the farm. You might need to deliver water to the pasture too. I've only done this once before. Your safety is not guaranteed. Okay, so let's just put the pasture here. So now we got almost a farm unit. You're going to make fertilizer. We could also have you make wool, which also gives fertilizer. But for now, let's just worry about fertilizer. So you need animal feed. And you're not... Oh, you are producing stuff already. You need animal feed and water. So what are we going to do about that? Check this out, dude. This is where things are getting real freaking tight. We're going to build a grain mill. And this is like our self-contained farm unit. You're going to make animal feed out of grain. Okay, now we are going to need to build another house. This is where the complexity is starting to pop. I guess we could just upgrade an existing house, but let's not get too cute about it. Okay, so we have 5 extra population now. What do? Well, we need a worker to do a couple of things. One, we need a worker to bring grain from the farm to the grain mill. My Tomo boy. Now you're going to start to produce animal feed. Then we need a worker, and we could use a wagon if we had the resources, to bring the animal feed to the pasture. Then we need a worker to bring, and I'll put him down, water to the pasture. And then we need a worker to bring fertilizer to the farm. Now, there are a couple of inefficiencies happening here, just for the record. The inefficiency is... Hold on. Oh, we need a worker to bring water to you as well. That's my bad. The inefficiency is we're not doing anything with our apples, and we're not doing, or tomatoes, sorry, and we're not doing anything with our herbs. But we can build more houses and then have more population that does that. So, we're just building up the necessary requirements here. We're applying water, we're applying fertilizer. It really, usually, depending on how many units you get up there, they're going to apply fertilizer and water real quickly. So the other thing we could do here, I'm going to build one more house. Because right now, we're not really gaining anything from the existence of all this stuff, right? Like, we've basically made a farm that supports itself. What's the point? By the way, these guys aren't happy yet. Well, they're about to be. The next step would be have a... Oh, you want to go? There you go, buddy. We could build a wagon, but I think... Where are we at on wheels right now? 1 wheel. 1 wheel. We must have sold a bunch of wheels at the general store. What are you doing, dude? Oh, you're waiting for flour to be made. Well, you're in luck, buddy, let me tell you. Because this thing is producing just a staggering amount of grain. So I would like to... I actually think that it would be wise for us to build a... to build some wheels to do this. So what are you doing? What's your... Oh, you're getting water. Fair enough. Let's take one of the stone workers And your job is very simple. Deliver from workshop to barn. All you're going to do is pop in there, grab a wagon wheel, sort it out. Then, also, fertilizer. Water is the limiting reagent here. There's no doubt about that. It's a lot slower than I'd like it to be. But we don't need to actually put that much water into the farm. So we can actually have that other worker grab water and put it in the pasture. Okay, so we should have enough to build a wagon. With the wagon built... Now, you deliver from grain to chute. The absolute efficiency has just been unlocked. All of a sudden, no longer are we waiting forever for flour to be created. All of a sudden, every 15 seconds, this farm is producing 4 sustainable grains that just get dropped into the chute, immediately turned into flour, and we got a bustling economy. Look, our happiness is up 1 already. Now, this might not be the optimum setup. I really honestly think once the farm is equipped, it no longer actually needs any more water after that point. And it might not need any more fertilizer after that point either, to be honest. But the next step, by the way, I'm going to have another wagon show up. And you are going to deliver tomatoes to the food market. A wagon was probably overkill, but I think that this being in the food market equals way, way, way more happiness coming around. Now, the tomatoes, they're not going to get produced that quickly. They just got produced quickly because we put our farm tile down early. Actually, you did not need to be a wagon at all, but it just looks cooler, right? And we could also have a worker show up and just deliver herbs. But we don't, then we already have like a supply of those. Yeah, we already got 158, so there's no rush. But this will auto replant them too, which is nice to know. So we actually might, you know what, are you delivering herbs right now? Herbs, however you want to say it, doesn't bother me, dude. If that's the case, why don't you start delivering, how you doing up here? Not good, okay. Herb Lord, where were you? My herby friend? Right there? No? Right here? Yeah. Your new job? Supplying this lumber mill. Fair enough, brother. Okay. And then, one last worker. You're going to deliver from farm to base. So I'm actually going to, because it's a further trip, I actually think you should deliver tomatoes to food market and you should deliver herbs to base. And, you know, we got some inefficiencies with the way this is set up here. What I would say, you know, is the next most valuable step, maybe building some real roads. Wouldn't be the worst thing in the world. But look at what we got. What are you doing? Oh, you're full. You're full of fertilizer. Okay, you don't need to do this anymore. Your new job is bringing... Well, we don't even need the pasture anymore to be... I guess we do. You're not making any bricks, huh? You're making bricks just slowly. Why are you not making... Hold on. I thought I had somebody bringing grain down to you. I did. They just take a while. It's actually... It's not that bad. Anyway, you're not doing anything. Please supply the pasture with water. Like, you shouldn't even be picking this stuff anymore. Or you're not. You're just taking it out of the farm. That's perfect. Now, it's not going to harvest that quickly, but that's okay. Because as a result of this, we got a what I would say is a pretty good thing going on. So I am going to start building some roads. Gold is obviously extremely cheap. All right, you're delivering paper, which is useless. Look at how fast they go on the roads, dude. Now, is travel time a major concern for us? No, probably not. But, like, why not at least pave the major thoroughfares? You know what I mean? Can't build on uneven terrain. Okay, one sec. How do we want to build this then? I guess you can build ramps, so... Well, if you can't build on uneven terrain, that's also... That's not going to help us that much. We'll just make really messy looking roads for the time being. I know we can also make, like, you know, stone ramps. Road ramps, I should say. Maybe that's fine. Just a little finicky. I've never really worked with the pathing in the game. Or the terrain, I should say. Let's try this again. Build. Structural blocks, road ramp. Occupied. No kidding. Like, this obviously does not feel right. What about a bridge right there, though? Hold on. Your boy is starting to understand. Maybe? How you doing here? He loves it! He's rediscovering the thrill of the road. Now we're cooking. Okay. So, oh, you can't build there. That's right. That's right. You can build there, though. Doesn't really help you at all. You know what we can do, of course, is just raise that block, Mr. Gorbachev. Wrong again, buddy. Okay, well, you know what we're going to do? It's very finicky. We're going to go... I mean, eventually we'll just have conveyor belts probably, but... Road ramp. Check it out, dude. Who's the loser now, Mom? Not me, I'll tell you that much. Ah, so you guys, you have a problem. You're out of wheat. Happiness is dwindling. What do you do now? Well, the downside of the farm is that, and dude, you're full of animal feed, man. You're full of water. You don't really need this anymore. The thing is, we don't want to harvest this wheat necessarily because I think it's going to dwindle faster than it gets replaced. But you can harvest and bring to farm? If that's the case, we'll just do that because the farm is kind of like our central building. We just deposit it in the warehouse. So you guys might as well just keep this up then. So we might go through... And you can see our happiness dip in here. We might have slowed down our wheat or our flour creation at the end of the day, but we're going to see if we have. What do? You're full? Okay, so you're doing fine for now. Just do me a favor. What did I have you do there? Every other resource is going okay here. We could always set up a second farm as well. The wheat generation is still pretty slow. But I want to see, like, what are you doing with it? You're grabbing it. You're walking it around. Then you're taking it. And you're dumping it directly into a house. This is dumb. Okay, so we got to refactor this in a big way. Let me hydrate for a second while I'm thinking. I think the next step would honestly be a second farm. Oh, there's fish in here. So, this is an important thing to get handled. This is why I wasn't worried about doing like more research right off the bat. So I think a stone bridge, while expensive, could pay dividends here. And can we just raise the terrain? Yo, who needs bridges, dude? We'll just make the whole world in our image. Look at that. No bridge required. Phil Collins. Okay, so what's the step here? Well, it's kind of similar to what we were doing before. Let's build roads first. Just like we didn't need to do it like this, but what's done is done. So we'll build some road ramps. Now, do you actually need to go over those? No. Thank you for asking. And then we'll build a road that goes like this. Oh, it builds up bridges automatically, dummy. So essentially, I just want to build a road out to here. And then we're going to build another farm unit right here. Because we need more wheat. Our happiness is lower than it was when we had more wheat production. Now, these guys are... They're going to be reworked. They're not doing much right now that's actually sensible at all. So we do need to build a farm, which is going to require more bricks. We also need a pasture. That'll be the first thing. Not enough. But we need more houses first. Fair. You know what? Not even fair. Very fair. And you're still inside of the circle of goodness, which is wonderful news. I'm even going to spend some planks to upgrade you just for maximum population growth. And this is our first off-world expedition. What is a farm tile, by the way? Allows planting of growable food items. Okay, so we could plant more wheat. Given fertilizer. That seems way smarter than what I'm about to do. But I've already invested in this over here, so... I'd have to be some kind of idiot not to follow through with it. Well, that's one way to look at it, I suppose. Alright, so let's start, like, pasture. You know how it works. Pasture needs water. If we can just build it on the water tile, even better. And then, hear me out here. Buildings. Paths. And then, all I want you to do is, like, that right there. And we'll just keep it agile for now. You probably can't even get up there. I think you need one more ramp. That should work. It's so jacked. Okay. So you know the deal. You're going to be making fertilizer up here. We could probably make this so much more efficient. What do you need for fertilizer? Just animal feed. How you doing up here? Oh, you got too much animal feed. That's fantastic news. You're at the grain, it's full, dude. Okay, you got a new job. Congratulations. You're going to deliver animal feed to this pasture. How's this one doing? It's totally fine, dude. It's self-sustaining. Give him a minute. He's done it. Okay, so you're going to start producing fertilizer already. What's the I mean, we probably could have just used the fertilizer that's being produced up here. But... nobody needs to know. All right, and then, dude, look at this farming location. Look at these huge, huge tracts of wheat happening here. Next step, new worker. You know your job. You're going to bring water to the farm. And then, a new worker is going to bring fertilizer to the farm. And then... a new wagon is going to very slowly bring grain to shoot. Okay, you know what? You've done me a great service by explaining to me the way that you have to travel. I really appreciate that. I don't know if this speeds you up, but it at least gives me a... Really? It at least gives me a mental model of how you're going to deliver it in the future. So I'm hoping that we see happiness like skyrocket after this. What's your problem? You can't deliver wheat to shoot? What? I had you deliver flour. That's my bad. No. You... are going to deliver from farm to shoot. I mean, you don't need to deliver to shoot if that's the problem. You know what? You can deliver from farm to grain mill and see if I care. This is great news as far as I'm concerned. Now this, we really should not have had to have done this in the first place. This is my own idiocy. And I'm pretty sure we got nothing going on with these workers back here that they couldn't do, you know, themselves. Or that they should be doing something else is what I mean to say. You need to be getting animal feed much faster probably, but I just want to see this work. So we, again, I don't think we need 2 wagons working simultaneously to get our flour output done like this, and 2 farms working simultaneously to do it, but it is what it is. Do you have any other recipes? Oh, it's all good. I think that's gonna do it for this episode. We got some work to do, particularly with optimization, and I want to make sure this farm continues to plant wheat. So actually, if I put a worker down and have you deliver fertilizer, you just deliver fertilizer to base. I just want to plant more wheat so that this farm can survive, okay? That's it. If I could just build a 1 farming tile, I think that would be an acceptable point to end the video and demonstrate that I have a commitment to getting better in the future. Is he? Where you dropping it off? I know you're coming down here somewhere. There he is. Okay. 2 fertilizer. Very simple. Farming tile. I feel like, I mean, we can plant it wherever, right? We might as well just start planting. Can't afford. Could have told you that. It's fine. No crop planted. Use build/farming tools. No, do not grow or cut grass. Remove resource. That's actually extremely valuable. I know that seems super backwards, but we could like remove these trees to build more houses here, or even a path that directly connects this. I didn't even know that existed. Build farming tools. Build/farming tools. I think it means this. I'm like, okay, your new job is to deliver grain to base. As backwards as that'll seem, that allows us to plant more grain in the future. He's done it. I don't want to throw it too out of whack right off the bat, is all I'm saying. I didn't do this part off camera, so this is all new to me. Happiness at 14, I think, is lower than it should be, but slowly but surely we're going to get there. I promise you that, brother. I promise you. Okay, you got 5 wheat. That's more than you need. Plant grain. I was going to say, we could probably plant a crap load of tomatoes, dude. What are you at here in fertilizer terms? Okay, you got more to do. Anyway, thanks for watching. I hope you guys have enjoyed the episode. If you did, click the like button. We're working on a sustainable food source. It might take us a little time, okay? For now, thanks for watching. I hope you guys have enjoyed the episode. If you did, click the like button. Also, a great deal. Of course, subscribe if you want to see more in the future. For now, thanks for watching, and I will see you next time. See ya!